Well, it's back to school time. And speaking of that, our parish school, we have it preschool through eighth grade, had an open house this past Sunday, and especially for the new kids to school and their parents. So you had a lot of little kids, preschool, kindergarten, first, second grade, some of the kids from the older grades too who were coming for the first time. And I know I always enjoy seeing the children, especially the little ones, as I got to talk to them and ask several of them different questions and ask them, how are they feeling about going to school? And there was one little kid in one of those early grades who said to me, "I'm just so excited." And he said it in such an excited way. And I said, well, what is it about school? And he says, "I get to see my friends and I get to learn stuff." I thought, what a summary. See my friends and get to learn stuff. Now, I know some of the teachers understandably might say, well, I wish he would have put it in the reverse order and said, I get to learn stuff first, because it is certainly about learning, and there's much to learn and grow in over a lifetime, but beginning in school. On the other hand, another way to look at it is each of those go together in some way. I get to see my friends and get to learn stuff. Because one of the most important things we're all called to learn, beginning from little children, is how to relate well with other people. First of all, like this little kid has friends. And sometimes even as adults, we may not have friends or have that close connections. Sometimes I'll hear from older people where they're lonely because they miss that, and maybe finding ways that they can connect. Friendship's important. Obviously, if you're married and children, you hope that your spouse is your friend, and that there can be a friendship relationship with the kids, especially as they grow up. So having friends, looking forward to being with friends and being with people is really something good. I also say that, as I've mentioned before, I've done a lot of programs in workplaces, and some places people have told me, well, my boss is very competent, knowledgeable in a lot of areas, but doesn't really relate that well with people. Kind of aloof, or maybe not trying to better understand the people that he's supervising, and somewhat of a distance. And sometimes that happens. And there again, we probably all need to learn, even with our different temperaments and personalities, how to relate better and how to go through life befriending people. I may have used the expression here before. If you want to have a friend, be a friend. That's so important. It starts in school, probably starts even younger than that. And so hearing this fellow talk about that, at the same time, he was saying, I get to learn stuff. I love the way he put it. I get to learn stuff. Stuff means an awful lot, doesn't it? This little boy doesn't know yet, but he's eager to learn. And that too is very important as we go through life. Certainly, as I mentioned, learning how to relate well with people, coming at life and learning how to come at life with a positive attitude, with a certain sense of excitement, looking forward to each day, learning things about science and about history, and just in so many areas that children get to learn. And I know when I got out of college, that was like, 17 years of school by that time for me. And then I was not always looking forward to 5 more years in the seminary. And I remember by that time, 17 years, I thought about a break, but no, I need to go on. I want to learn more about the Lord and Scripture and how to relate with people as a counselor. And so that moved me forward to say, yeah, learning is so good. And in fact, lifelong learning. I get it when I see older people get excited about learning, going to workshops, watching documentaries on Netflix or some other show, and talking about hearing people speak at lectures, or even just having conversations with one another, with friends. I talked about friendship earlier, that connection. We've got a lot we can gain from being with each other and learning from one another. I still meet regularly with some friends that go all the way back to first grade, and others that go back to my college years. And so often we get in these great, wonderful conversations, bringing different insights, different perspectives, maybe disagreements, but still each of us learning and growing. I mention that too because another thing this little boy said that struck me was he said, I get to see my friends and I get to learn stuff. You know, do we come at life like that? I think so often it's easy, and talk to other people about this who say, well, I've got to go to work today. I've got to get through another day with traffic, or, you know, I've got to read this program to learn more about how to do it at work, or yeah, I got to get the kids off to school, or I got to exercise and try to discipline myself a little bit. Think about that, and it's human. I've done it too. I got to do all those things. Right away, we're setting ourselves up, or maybe we're expressing it already, but reinforcing it that, oh, this is something I got to do. Another day, another dollar. You know, same old, that's what life is. And sometimes people can fall into that. But if we can come, and I've seen this people of every age, that little kid and a 90-year-old I know in a nursing home, real excited because they were having somebody come in and give a guest lecture on art. And she was excited about that. So every day, if with a faith perspective, and we can look at Jesus each day, I'm sure he had his tough days too, obviously, but a lot of times, hey, I get to touch more lives today. I get to help people know more about God's goodness and love. I get to heal people. I get to inspire people. Jesus doing that. So for us, and he's the ultimate model, whatever our faith background, that can we look ahead and say, tomorrow I get to wake up. Tomorrow I get to go to work or school. Tomorrow there'll be new opportunities to learn and get greater insights and perspectives on life and on love. It matters, doesn't it? Now, it's not just a matter of changing our language, but hopefully changing our language, doing that helps us to change how we look at life and especially move away from, it's human, another day, another dollar, same old, same old. No, a new day, a new opportunity, a new gift. Kind of like that little kid. Every day we say, what do I get to do today? Think about that. Apply that in some circumstance. God bless you. And we all get to come together like this on a regular basis and share what's good and loving about our lives.